In this unit, we're going to be solving equations by factoring. So in order to do that today, we're going to use the zero product property. And it states this: if AB is equal to 0, so if I have a product of two variables and they're equal to 0, then one of them has to be 0. Either the A is a 0 or B has to be 0, or maybe both of them are 0. So we're going to use that property. So to solve a polynomial equation, so a polynomial is going to have a variable to a power. So variable to a power is going to be involved when we do this. We're going to move all the terms to one side of the equation, and then the other side will be left with 0. So we'll have a polynomial equal to 0. We're going to factor the polynomial using all the rules that we learned previously. We're going to then set each factor equal to 0, and then we're going to solve each little equation. So just for definition, sometimes the solutions to a polynomial equations are referred to as zeros or roots. So those are two other words you'll sometimes see in instructions. Find the zeros or find the roots, which will mean find the solutions. So example 1 says find all the solutions to each equation. Now this one I have, you can see I already have this. It's a polynomial because if I were to multiply it out, I'm going to get 2c squared. It's already been factored. You see I've got a 0 over here. So this is going to go all the way down to set each factor equal to 0. So the first factor is going to be c, and we're going to set it equal to 0. Our second factor, 2c minus 1, we're going to set it equal to 0, and then the c plus 4, and we'll set it equal to 0. Then we're going to solve each little equation. Of course, c equals to 0 is already solved, so there's going to be one of our solutions. And then to solve here, we're going to plus 1 on both sides, and that's going to give me 2c is equal to 1. And then divide both sides by 2, and that's going to give me c is equal to 1/2. So that's our second solution, and then over here we'll subtract 4 from both sides, and we'll come up with c is equal to -4. So you can see if I plug c is equal to -4 into all of these c's, -4 here, -4 here, and a -4 here, and this one is going to make it 0, and 0 times anything is 0. So that's going to be true for all of these. I plug 1/2 into this one. I'm going to get 2 times 1/2 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And 0 times anything is going to be 0. So my solutions. All right, B, you can see here I have x squared plus 7x is equal to 0. So I need to move all the terms to one side. So when the other side is 0, and then we're going to factor. So you see here already I've got all my terms on one side and then a 0 here. So that's set. So now I'm ready to factor. So I'm going through my factoring rules. First thing I'm always going to look for is a GCF. So this has a GCF of x. I'll take that out. It leaves me with x plus 7 is equal to 0. All right, now it's factored, and I'm now going to set each factor equal to 0. So I will have x is equal to 0, and x plus 7 is equal to 0. Solve each little factor, so subtract 7 here, and I get that x is equal to -7. So I have two solutions. C, this time I am going to have to move the 18 over, so I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides, and that's going to give me y squared plus 7y minus 18 is equal to, there's my 0. So now I'm ready to factor it. There is no GCF. I've got 3 terms, so that means I'm going to use the AC method. And because I do not have a number, a coefficient here, I can do the short method. So two numbers that multiply to be -18 would be 9 and 2. So y 9 and 2. And my 9, because I have a plus, my 9 needs to be positive and my 2 negative. So they add up to be positive 7. So be careful with that. Then once I do that, then I'm ready to take each of my factors, set it equal to 0, solve it. So y is equal to negative 9. Add my 2 over, so y is equal to 2. Boom. Now you can see it.